Record on both.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming tonight. We're going to get started. All right. Thank you for coming this evening. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Miss Rayford. Thank you. We are so excited for today. Thank you for coming. Usually I would say welcome family and guest, but welcome family. Welcome family. Thank you for coming today. Let's stand up and give Mr. Kinnaird a round of applause. Yes. All right, we have a great presentation for you today. And I like to introduce the people on stage. So we'll start with my left, Mr. Kinnaird. He's an architect teacher, CTE strategist here at our school. Whoa, I am sorry. I've done that because I have one thing on my mind. Yeah, let's just start. Mr. Kinnaird, the first principal at ATECH, and my wife is supposed to come. Yes. She's going to try to make it. She said, Mr. Kinnaird, where's my principal at Brindley? So do we have some Brindley students here? Okay. All right. And we have the 7th superintendent of Clark County School District, Mr. Brian Cram. We also have our current superintendent of the Clark County School District as of today, Miss Joan Ebert. All right, I'm going to get this right because I need to introduce you. Mr. Richard Knopel, our architect teacher and CTE strategist. All right, so, is that my radio? No? Okay, good. All right, so this presentation is in 3 parts. So we'll be in here, we'll go outside, and then if you would like a tour of the school, we can do that because we have our great student tutors that know more about the school than I do, okay? So we'll start with that. Before we start with our program, I'd like to introduce The former Miss Womack, now she is Dr. Womack. She is my supervisor, Dr. Womack. We have the superintendent for Region 1, Miss Lindsay Tomlinson. And also our school board trustee, Miss Tamika Henry. Yes. Okay, Mr. Kinnaird, I would like you to come to the, oh jeez. Yeah, I'm sorry, one thing on my mind again, please, apologies. Mr. Knoble, please.
I'm going to say it's a good thing I have everything written down. Otherwise, I'll get lost. This is a very emotional day for me. Mr. Kinnaird hired me 30 years ago. And I can't be more thankful for the day that occurred. I've been truly blessed to be a teacher in this school. So I'm going to start with saying good afternoon. Today we come together to celebrate the legacy of a remarkable leader, educator, and visionary, Mr. Michael Kinnaird. This moment's been 2 years in the making. And from the start of the process, Dr. Morentik reminded us something very profoundly important, that we should honor people while they can be here to be honored. And we do exactly that today. We recognize the impact of a man whose life's work touched thousands, whose legacy continues to shape education in Clark County and beyond. For over 30 years, Michael Kinnaird committed himself to the students and educators of this community. As the founding principal of Advanced Technologies Academy, he laid the framework for one of the district's very first magnet schools. His vision helped launch not only ATECH, but a new era of career and technical academies that would go on to serve students locally, nationally, and globally. Under his guidance, ATECH became a place where academic rigor met real-world application, where technical education was elevated, and where excellence wasn't just a goal, it was a standard. Because of his leadership, ATECH didn't just succeed, it thrived, becoming a nationally recognized model for STEM and career and technical education. But Mr. Kinnaird's influence extended far beyond the curriculum. He was a relentless advocate for his students and staff, securing funding for advanced technology, ensuring access to resources, and personally making sure no student's dreams were limited by their financial situation. He believed in showing up for his students, for his staff, and for the community, whether it was on the sidelines of an athletic event or in the crowded and competitive event. Mr. Kinnaird was there, cheering, supporting, and reminding everyone that education is about more than just what happens in a classroom. It's about connection, it's about heart. As a mentor and leader, he was known for his openness, his fairness, and his deep trust in the people around him. He surrounded himself with talented educators and gave them the freedom and support to innovate. Because of that, ATECH's faculty have achieved numerous state and national recognitions, and its programs continue to lead the way. Above all, Mr. Kinnaird built a culture, a family. ATECH wasn't just a school under his leadership, it was a home. A place where students felt seen, staff felt supported, and everyone had a place to belong. That spirit lives on today, and it's one of the most enduring parts of your legacy. So today, with deep gratitude and respect, we honor Michael Kinnaird, not just for what he built, but for who he is. Thank you, Mr. Kinnaird, or endearingly known to many of us as boss, for your vision, your heart, and your unwavering belief in what education can be. You've made a difference and left a legacy that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, sir. Now we'll hear some words from Superintendent Joan Ebert.
Within just a few seconds of entering this room, the stories were just pouring out. Mr. Kinnaird was my principal at Brindley, and he saved me. Not me personally, but that's the story in this room. Mr. Kinnaird was my principal, as we heard Principal Morentik speak about his lovely wife, principal there. But showing up making connections, being a first and leading is who Mr. Kinnaird is. I don't even think he realizes it, right? He just walks this planet in who he is, knowing that he was built to support children. He has so many firsts. I'm going to just go in one because I was there at the table when he led. The Nevada Commission on School Technology. He was the chair, the first chair. At the time, Governor Miller said, we will put $60 million for education technology. Sounds like a lot of money. At the time, it put one computer in every single classroom in the state. He's laughing because that was innovative at the time, right? But you build a strong base, and he fought to make sure, because it's one thing to give us a bunch of tools to make sure that we have computers, that we have Wi-Fi, but the tools mean nothing without the people. Making sure that they understand how we can elevate and lift up and equalize, right? It doesn't matter your background, your income. Coming into a school building, an amazing public school building, where teachers are led by someone that has their back, that understands their needs, and also gives them space to lead into the future. I see many faces in this room that I have known for decades who have led. And when you lead, sometimes there's components of failure. And that's okay, right? We stretch, we grow, we pick ourselves up. And that's what has been taught the children, thousands of children that have been at this school. I also am very excited about this room being named after Michael Kinnaird. This room held the first graduating class for the virtual high school. So this room itself has a lot of firsts and aura and leading the way. And so I'm glad that all of you have busy lives that you lead, teachers that started at 5 a.m. this morning, and you are here to celebrate Michael Kinnaird. Thank you. Thank you for those that have traveled from Australia, the first graduating class, to lift up and celebrate the amazing human Michael Kinnaird. Thank you for enriching my life as well. I feel like my first day has just elevated me, waking up to be able to celebrate you, and thank you for showing me how to lead throughout my career. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Dr. Cram. Dr. Cram's journey began in the small town of Caliente, Nevada, and brought him to Las Vegas in 1939 at the age of 2. He attended the 5th Street Elementary School and later graduated from Las Vegas High School when it was still located in the building now called Las Vegas Academy. His early experiences in our school system were shaped not only as a student, but as a young boy helping his father, a custodian for the district. And it was during his formative years that he developed a deep appreciation for the profound impact of education. He once reflected, "In this place happens the most important thing in our country." That belief would go on to guide his life work. Dr. Cram devoted his entire career to the Clark County School District and serving as superintendent from 1989 to 2000. Yes. During his 11-year tenure, one of the longest in district history, he led with vision and determination through a period of unprecedented growth. He oversaw the construction of more than 100 schools and managed the hiring of thousands of educators to meet the demands of a rapidly expanding community. But it wasn't just about buildings or numbers, it was about impact. Dr. Cram firmly believed education is the only thing that will solve our problems with poverty, crime, sickness, and all those other things that seem to plague us. Fun fact, Dr. Cram, you gave me my new Teacher of the Year award in 1997. 4 out of my 5 children attended Cram Middle School. And getting on an airplane to go to Florida, Marcia is the coach for the Rebel Girls and Company, and I met your wife. Oh, do you know Dr. Cram? I'm like, yes, we know Dr. Cram. So my son's a part of the team, and it's just a fun fact, and we really appreciate that you're here. And I need to add, I love your voicemail. When I called you, I can't come to you right now because I'm playing golf. I'm going to be there one of these days. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Cram.
I'm going to rely on notes today in case I forget who I am. I served as superintendent slightly under 100 years ago. It was a wonderful time in the district, but let me assure you, and I say this sincerely and honestly, I have nothing to gain. You have a much better replacement here today. She's going to do remarkable things in this district. And as I told her, there's nothing that I felt better about than when she was selected. I've known her for a while. I have great confidence in her, and I think the district is in very good hands. Mike Kinnaird and I have in common the fact that we both have a considerable gap between our front teeth, and we've not gone to cosmetic resolution. We're proud of it, as a matter of fact. And I know he shares my opinion. I smile every time I get a chance. Mike was a teacher, assistant principal, and principal in the school district. When the school was being planned, he was shown kind of an empty lot. And he had a lot of books, a lot of supplies, but he was responsible for designing the curriculum and admissions policy and hiring the staff. The first one. This school would not be the great school that it is today without his start. I'd like to thank the administration, the staff, the teachers for keeping this school prominent as a nationally known school, ranked nationally as a superior school. And thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it. ATECH has received numerous awards, both local and national, and are still doing that. Mike prefers not to talk about all the things that have happened, but for instance, Vice President Gore came to the school because he heard about it and knew it was unusual and knew it was excellent. And so that's a sign of what we had and what we still have today, which I'm very proud to say. Mike prefers not to talk about the awards he's personally received, but he was Nevada Principal of the Year. He was National Principal of the Year, and I'm very envious. He received the Milken Award, which had a very substantial bonus that went with it. When that occurred, I was here, and Mike was in the back, and I said I knew who was going to get the award, and Mike didn't. And so I said to Mike, "Who do you think is going to get this award, Mike?" And he said, "Oh, I know a teacher." I said, is she here? And he said, yeah, she's in the back. She's so-and-so wearing this kind of dress. And I said, oh, is that right? When Mike's name was called, and he was announced as the winner, he was speechless. I gave him a big hug and said, you don't know how much you deserve this award. Because Mike had the characteristic of always trying to give credit to everyone else other than himself, which I think is unusual these days. And I really admired that. I gave him a hug, said, you deserve this honor, because Mike has served in an unusual way. Mike has been a father figure to almost every student in the schools wherever he's been. I watched his progress as he came through the district. I tried to help where I could, but he's recognized as someone who is very unusual, somebody who really cares, sincerely cares. It matters to him what happens to every student in the school. He was a disciplinarian, no doubt about that, but firm but fair. And the students respected that and liked that in him. Because he was a father figure for many students, he altered and changed lives of students he came in contact with throughout his entire career. I wish I could say that. He's unusual in being able to do that. Mike is, in fact, one of my heroes. He was modest, always giving others credit, but was a great leader. Unusual to find a great leader. The school remains a great school today as a result of what he did and the excellent performance of the current administration, teachers, staff in this school. We enjoy that. I'm personally very proud of the accomplishments of this school. It made a difference in my life. It was something I could brag about. I was happy when I came. I want to thank you for naming this school auditorium in Mike's honor. I'm a little sentimental about this to be true because my daughter, who's the Rebel Girl coach, she's won a lot of awards herself, as you know. She came to me and said, would you go to school and help recognize the person? I said, oh, I don't do that much anymore. I said, who is that? And she said, Mike Kinnaird. I said, I'm in. I'll tell you right now, Mike, I don't think you truly know the difference you've made in thousands of children's lives, something that never will end. People will remember you forever as somebody who sincerely cared about their welfare. I think I would say again a commercial for our new superintendent. She's somebody who cares, let me assure you, and we're very lucky to have her here, no doubt about it. So I hope you'll be reassured in that fact that I know her quite well, and I sincerely believe that. Mike will go on and think that he's been forgotten and give everybody else credit for everything that's happened, but he truly is an unusual individual. He's a hero to me. He's everything I ever wanted to be. For that reason, it's fitting that we name this room in this facility for him today. And I'm pleased to be here to say that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Cram. Can everyone rise, please? Let's welcome Mr. Kinnaird.
First of all, I want to thank everyone who was involved in making this day or this moment possible. First of all, thank Rich Knoble, Dr. Marentic, all the other individuals who were involved in preparation for today. And I must say that I'm deeply appreciative from deep in my heart. As an educator, you never know the impact you have on your teachers, your students, the environment outside your school. But you have a mission, so you keep that mission going. You talk about your philosophy. You talk about what you know that works with individuals, teachers, students, to create an environment that, like in ATECH, that you would say to yourself, anyone who walks through these doors, teachers, students, staff, will be successful because the environment, we all know, the environment creates an attitude. It creates a vision for everyone who's in here. That vision is kind of channeled by the mission of the school. What you know, what you have to face when you walk through these doors. And I must say to you that all of what I'm talking about, but due to having staff, faculty, students, back in 93, 94, is that we're going to take a chance on this school. We know that a lot of things that this school is professing to teach, we don't know anything about that. It doesn't exist in any other schools I'm in that they're attending. But they said, we're going to try this. Also with faculty. Have faculties in different parts of the city and different schools who are doing things uniquely in their schools that relate to technology. But they had no support. They didn't have all the environment, the facility to really move forward and develop their program that would meet the needs, what I call, of the 21st century in technology going forward. And so I have to tell you that a lot of success, my success, is not because of me. Yes, I was assigned the principal of the school, assigned to get the school ready to open, but it was part of the belief in all the people, students, staff, that came aboard and said, okay, we're going to give this a try. And so we went to the first part of our years, 2 years, just proving ourselves, collecting equipment, collecting ideas, substance to our curriculum. Because when I first was assigned this job, I was given a box, and I was given building plans, given a binder. The binder consists of ideas of technology, just ideas. No substance to the curriculum, nothing so forth that you can run with. So we had to develop content, had to evaluate what we're going to do for these students that would not only take care of their needs now, but put them on a path for success for the future. And have them ready to be able to modify their skills to meet the growing technology, as then we didn't know how much it would grow and how fast it would affect everyone's life. So I must say to you that I'm deeply humbled by having this room named in my honor, but also that we have to remember all the other people, teachers, staff, secretaries, all those people who are part of the, I call the background. They were doing the work in many areas to help the school move forward. And that's important that people need to understand this school is about people. This school is about kids. It is a school about come here, you will have the latitude to move forward. I'm not going to tie your hands, but I want you to understand that I'm watching. I want to make sure that we're putting these students on a right path and what we're doing, that we can sit back and defend it and watch and see what happens. So it's important to me. It's kind of like you see these students that now, they're probably in their 30s, and you remember them at 15, 16 years old, and you see them now and the growth, and it changes their lives, and a lot of it's tied to the school. Relationships were tied to the school. And it's really humbling to know that you were struggling 30 years ago, but now you can see, wow, no matter the population change, but students are still succeeding. We're still doing quality work. They're producing, testing out. They're going to college. They're developing careers. They're starting their businesses. I mean, there's just a multitude of things that I know that these students are doing, young men and women are doing now, that's rooted here. I just said I was put in a great position. I like that because I was doing something no one else knew anything about. And that was good because I had support of Dr. Cram, who would help me in many ways when I started building the building. Please understand, the concept of the building was, and what I received was like 5 years old. So this was 93. So this building concept was real old. The cost, everything was way behind as far as what the really cost to do what we had to do. But Dr. Cram would help me and direct me to the people in the district that would help me receive the funds to make the school grow, provide them the technology, the foundation of the technology, the infrastructure for this technology that will adapt and adjust as things grew in technology. Because during that time, things just launched exponentially. It was just unbelievable. You had a computer 1 year, next year, it was out of date. It wasn't holding enough memory. It was just amazing how you were saying, well, we thought we were in good shape, but no, you're not in good shape. And Debbie would tell me a lot of those times that, well, we need to do this and do that. And that's the kinds of things I needed to hear because I knew they were on the ground floor. They knew what was going on. And that's important for you to understand how this Advanced Technologies Academy shaped because of a lot of people like minds, thought the same, believed in the mission, and said, we're going to do this. And they all worked. And I'm just so proud of everybody. Academic areas, foreign language, English, math, yeah, those kids were getting instruction in a different way. Technology. Technology opened up the world to them. They didn't have to rely on a textbook. They looked out there. They can use their concern in reviewing things and say, this is right, this is wrong. And then we had teachers who were saying to them, okay, we'll work on that. Because they had a chance to think, discernment. And that's part of their growth. They believed in themselves. They knew how to look and find what's right. And all that comes back to the staff. It all comes back to the belief. It all comes back to your mission. And also it all comes back to the environment that we created here. So I'm so thankful, full of gratitude from deep inside of my heart. And what we have today is beyond my wildest dreams. It's amazing. And I oftentimes check the website here at ATECH, and I just smile. It's just amazing. It's just amazing that all the kids, no matter who they are, no matter their ethnic group, no matter their socioeconomic area, they're growing. They're seeing develop a pathway for their future at their choice, okay? At their choice. They can open up those doors at their choice. And to me, I just said I was blessed. In many ways blessed. But I also want, in final words, to remember all the people who are in key positions who no longer are with us today. And they had key roles in teachers, staff, assistant principal, Ms. Oler, my secretary, Dorothy. All those people were. Without them, I could not have made it. I'm honest with you. Because they were telling me things. I listened. And that's important. I listened. Because no way a principal can see everything, hear everything, and know what's going on and what action to take in the future or the next day or the next year. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate your presence and taking time out of your busy days and today to spend time being with us here today to honor this great dedication to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kinnaird. We have something that you can take home with you. We have already given you your gift bag. I'm sorry. We have a nice plaque that we want to present to you from our assistant principal, Ms. Shower. And we have a nice, isn't that beautiful? This is from our graphic arts students. We'll carry this for you. If you can take this back, we'll carry it for you. We don't want to just give it to you and take it. And then our yearbook last year, we featured you, okay? So, thank you, Ms. Kennedy. I appreciate it. I need you guys to stay here for the next part. Thank you, everyone, Mr. Knoppel and your committee, Mr. Cruz and his graphic arts students, Mr. Clay, he's right here doing the website, and Mr. Fix-It Phil with the New Line presentation. Also, want to recognize a couple of people. Nevada Teacher of the Year, Mr. Mike Patterson. Please stand up. Yep. Mr. Betts coming from, I want to say Australia, but that's not it. I got something right today. Good. Brought his son today. He shadowed. Mr. Paris Hill, if you see the portable outside, he's the director of the Academic Support and Community Service Center. So thank you for coming by today. One of your students, but also my student at West Middle School at the time, Nathaniel Wallace, good to see him. I saw, there you are. We have the Fays, Mr. and Mrs. Fay. They were here for the first graduating class. Mr. and Mrs. Bouchard, SOT team, Dr. Lindemann SOT, and we also have a congressional recognition from Stephen Horsford, so that's for you as well. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, this is part B, it's going to take about 5 minutes, and then we can eat, and if you want tours, we have our outstanding student ambassadors. So, assistant principals, can you take everybody on stage, take them outside by the curtain? We're going to have to go this way because I think there's something blocking. Can we take also the first row? Oh, one more thing. Miss Billy Ray Knight, thank you. Billy Knight, thank you. She was a superintendent as well for, I want to say Region 2 or 3. It's good to see you. She was one of my mentors as well. Okay, so if you can guide everyone outside, we'll have you guys go first. If some of you want to be on the stairs, you can, because we are going to look to your left when you come out. Okay? This is going to be exciting. As I tell my students, I'm so excited and I can't hide it, and they don't laugh at that. So I try. It doesn't work. And then everyone can follow them out if they're not stopped.